Hey guys, just got back to the truck after being home for a few days, and got to be in St. Louis tomorrow around 5, 6 o'clock. I'm in Des Moines at the Loves right now, so I'll be here overnight. Wife dropped me off because she won't have time to take me tomorrow because she's got to work. So got a lot done at home. Got the father-in-law moved out of his apartment and got my garage cleaned up quite a bit. Not perfect. It's not exactly the way I want it, but at least it's all cleaned up. Got my office tackled a little bit. It's not perfect either. It's got a lot I got to do in that. But I took a whole bunch off the truck. I took the CB out, took the CB antennas off, um, took my bedding, just have a sleeping bag and two pillows, my one fridge, and a duffel bag of clothes, some canned food, my Road Pro to go, and just a few basics because I'm going to be looking for yeah, I got a load. I gotta go pick up a load tomorrow in St. Louis around 5, 6 o'clock ish. So I'll leave here in the morning, sometime around 9, 10 o'clock. Get there a little early and hope I get out of there early. Hopefully it isn't really busy like it was last time. And last time they were having an air compressor problem. Um, and I'm gonna let this certify my logs here. Review. Um, yeah, I'm gonna be looking for a new job, but I haven't applied anywhere yet. But I'm gonna look at some places that some co-drivers of mine have jobs around here. One of my ex co-drivers works for a company that works with FedEx and hauls doubles down to Kansas City Sunday through Thursday. Another co-driver works for Magnum. I need to get off the over-the-road deal and be home every day. It's down to that where I don't want to be gone on the road, even the way I was at Alan Ritchie, where I was gone 2 days and home a couple of days, and gone a couple of days and home a couple of days. Where I was only gone for a couple of days at a time and then back for a couple of days. I don't even want to do anything like that. I want to be home every day or every night. And I haven't decided for sure, whether working days or nights would be better, but I'm pretty sure nights would be more beneficial so that me and my wife can handle the kids together and not rely so much on our autistic teenager. Yeah, I'm gonna save back money and get a rental car. That's why I've gone down to bare minimum on the truck. And I probably shouldn't be telling the whole world on YouTube that I'm getting ready to do this until I've actually got my notice put in at Sierra England, but I don't care. This home time was stupid. Um, they had me trying to deliver the load on Sunday. I got there late Saturday night. They weren't open. And then they weren't open at all on Sunday. And then I was supposed to be home from 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. So my paycheck on Tuesday is, I already seen what it's going to be. It's crappy. Um, seems like it's going to be pretty crappy. And then I have no idea what my next paycheck's going to be like, but um, with my experience, I should be able to get a good job. There's plenty of them. I don't know if they're still on there, but there was jobs for R&L carriers and Saya, or however you pronounce it. Um, but they have positions where you go over to Omaha and back, hauling doubles, and you'd have to get a hazmat endorsement. It's the only endorsement I don't really have right now is a hazmat. So I'll have to get a hazmat endorsement, which is no big deal. I've had it before. I just got to remember to do the railroad crossing hazmat stops and all that crap, because I haven't had to think about that stuff the last so many years, because I haven't had to have a hazmat endorsement. Thank you, Donald. I should be able to find it. And I'm not even worried. And I'm going to ask for retention pay for. I'm going to try to get retention pay for being sent home 2-3 days early. Because I was dang near home on the 29th or 30th. And trying to deliver this stupid load to Budweiser on the east side of Des Moines. And I just got handed over from Tatiana. I'm headed to St. Louis and then up to Wisconsin, actually. I'm actually not heading back down to Houston and them right away. They have me going to pick up in St. Louis and go up to Wisconsin. So, no big deal. Wisconsin roads are pretty nice. But at least I got a 70 hours on my clock now. Because here England doesn't really believe in giving you 34-hour resets. Yes, I'm planning on looking for a different job where I'm home all the time. I don't want to be over the road anymore. I want to be home every night or every day. I can do the over the road, but I got kids at home, and I love doing the trucking channel. But I have another YouTube channel where I would like to do my more artistic stuff. England loads a lot by Darien Lake. I don't know. I have no idea, because I do all dry van. But if I'm extremely lucky, it's probably not going to happen. But in my wildest dreams, if I can somehow drop this truck and trailer off somewhere only a couple hours away versus going all the way back to Salt Lake City, Utah, that would be ideal. But I know that's not going to happen. They're probably going to have me bring this truck and trailer all the way back to Salt Lake City to get turned in. The only thing, I gotta have them take off the inverter, or see if I can get them to reverse the couple of payments I made on this stupid inverter, and just tell them I don't want the inverter anymore. I have no reason to keep it. I'm not gonna need it where I'm going. Well, when I'm quitting will depend on when I'm going to start whatever job I apply at. I have not applied yet. I should not be on here telling the whole world yet, but I'm going to put in 2 weeks notice and see what happens. Yeah. I will never abandon a truck. In fact, that's stupid. I mean, I could just clear all my stuff out of the truck right here and leave the truck here at Love's, but then I'd probably have the police come into my house and giving me a fine or something. I don't know how that all this stuff works, but I think that abandonment stuff is got some illegal issues with it, but I don't know. I've never done it. But I know that they got people at Sierra England, or at least they used to, that all they do is go rescue abandoned trucks all over the country. In fact, that's how I got home the first time I worked at Sierra England 24 years ago, when I got shit canned and sent home. The guy that brought me home was a guy that I caught a ride back with, was a guy that's what he did. He was the, whatever they call it. I don't know where England's got all their places anymore. They might. I know they've got more places, but I don't know where exactly all they are. If they got a place in Indiana, my wife could follow me over on a weekend and come get me. I wouldn't have to do the rental truck and save all that money, because that's only 6 hours away. No big deal. But I did bring my laptop. I don't know if I think I brought my wireless internet thing with me, but I can do internet from my phone, use my hotspot. Oh yeah? Do you gotta, how much do you gotta actually mess with the livestock, or are you just responsible for the driving? Yeah. Yep. I'll make sure I bring it to a terminal. But I just got too many hobbies. I got my girls at home. I got two little girls that are 6 and soon to be 8. And I got too many hobbies. I want to get into my hobbies and spend time with my girls and be able to handle things at home. You have to help a little bit. I don't know. I just want something where I can be home every day. I don't want to go all the way to Colorado. Would be something you'd be gone at least a day or two to go all the way out there and all the way back. Yep, they're young, and I've got all these hobbies I want to do videos of too. I've got I like to do leather working. I like to do paintings. I like to do woodworking. I like to learn wilderness survival. I've been studying wilderness survival for the last 7-8 years through YouTube, and I started to practice what I could, but I have a lot of knowledge up here, but no real practical experience, other than a few minor videos of me doing a couple primitive traps on my channel. And I just haven't really had time to do a lot of the videos I really want to do on that channel. I want to do the creative channels. I finally did do a video of me making a leather journal, and I made some leather bracers, van bracers, on that channel recently. Yeah, I wish I could win Powerball. My wife plays it all the time. She likes to go out to the Flying J in Altoona and get tickets off the machine and pick her numbers. She sits there and keeps, changing the ticket numbers until she gets the one she likes, and then she buys the ones with the numbers that she likes, and then she'll buy like I don't know how much, but she buys a bunch. I don't know if she's doing it as much as she used to, but she used to go out there all the time and get all kinds of lotto tickets. But I am definitely ready over the road thing. And this job has not been what it was supposed to be. This was supposed to be 100% drop and hook beer loads. I have been picking up empty cans and pallets, and I've probably only touched about 4 loads of beer, maybe 5, in the few months I've been here. And it's all been live load and live unload. And these people, their dispatches are stupid. It's like they put in the dispatch to get you there, and then they want these daily ETAs, which is normal. Everybody should be sending in their ETAs to their companies, no matter who you work for. That's normal. But they are very adamant. They bug the crap out of you for ETAs every day. If they don't have one, they're calling you on the phone. What's your ETA? And so I came to see her. I came to see her England for redemption for one night. First started trucking. Yes, they did kind of screw me a little bit, and then they just seem to dispatch one at a time, and they don't have a plan for the next thing. Because yep, it seems like the line haul jobs pay better than the over the road jobs, and you're home every night or every day. And most of these line haul jobs are night jobs. One of my ex co-drivers, she works for Magnum here in Des Moines, and she works Monday through Friday and hauling light loads, and she's home every day. My other ex co-driver, he works for a company. It's not directly FedEx, but he is driving a FedEx day cab, hauling doubles, if not 53s. And all he does is drive from Des Moines down to the Kansas City area and back. He might drive down to Olathe or close to Olathe. His normal area is close to there, but he just goes down there. He's either taking doubles or he's taking a single 53. Sometimes he's got to hook up a dolly to one pup and go down there or something, or whatever. Or maybe he said he does that in the back of a 53, but I'm trying to think, how can they do that unless they have the hookups on their trailers, if they got special hookups on the back of their 53s. But anyway, here's R&L Carriers right here in front of me. But I'm going to be getting on my laptop and be looking. I'm going to be putting in apps for local jobs. I don't want to be over the road anymore. I don't want to have but one little bag I bring to the truck with me every night. My hammer, my air gauge. May or may not bring my 50-foot air hose. But I'm just ready to be home, be able to do my woodworking, be able to do my leatherworking, my paintings, my creative stuff. I got so many things I want to do. I've been watching these guys on YouTube. I don't know how much you guys have watched them guys from the third world countries making the really elaborate cob buildings, and it's like, man, I could do that, but Everybody thinks, oh, they make that look like they just did it in a day. No, a lot of times in the titles it says they took them like several weeks to do it. They're just showing you highlights along the way and showing you how they build this stuff, and they build some pretty cool stuff. But I want to get into and dabble in all this stuff while I'm still young enough to be able to do it. I'm approaching 48 years. I'm gonna be 48 in November, and um, I like to stay busy doing stuff. I like to go fishing. I want to do some videos of me catching frogs, um, and cleaning them and stuff. I want to do uh, catch and clean and cook and all that. Do some wilderness survival, building shelters, primitive fire, doing all that kind of stuff. Um, I like doing the how-to videos for the newbie truckers, but I'm just kind of getting burned out on it, and I have more ideas, but I just don't. It's hard to. Um, if I had a co-driver, if I was driving team, and I had a co-driver that was willing to get out with a video camera and record me doing stuff, it'd be a lot easier to do more of the videos I want to do um, for my channel. But I could still do some of them, but going to the places I'm going, it's really hard to pull out a tripod video camera and put it out there. It's not impossible. I could do it if I really want to do it, but then these places can get kind of busy, and you get these trucks moving back and forth, and then I don't know if the places would make a big deal about me having a video camera out. At Anheuser-Busch might be one of those places that has a they might make a big deal about recording on their property, even if you're not inside the facility recording anything. I almost got fired from a job when I worked at Randy's because I was recording myself backing up a tanker truck in the parking lot. What possible corporate secrets because I'd be giving away in the parking lot backing up into a spot? But this guy came out and saw the video camera and made a big old deal. He was calling up his boss, and they were calling up my supervisors and made a big deal and were freaking out. It's like, good Lord, I'm not inside the building recording you guys making your product inside. I'm out here doing a backing video with a tanker truck. What possible secrets could I have given away? Am I giving away the fact that you're packing these tanker trucks in like sardine cans in this small space, and your lot looks all crappy because it's mostly gravel? What am I giving away from the parking lot? I forget that term that they use when it's proprietary. They don't want you giving away their proprietary, something along those lines, proprietary secrets. It was just like, an Anheuser-Busch would probably be one of those places that would do that. So if the wrong person saw me with a video camera out, they might make a big deal about it. So anyway, I'm just gonna hang out tonight and practice my Spanish and watch some movies. They got Dexter series on Netflix now. I'm getting over halfway through that. Pretty soon they're going to have the Dexter New Blood posted on there, and then I'll be able to watch that again. And they just released the Beverly Hills Cop 4, the Axel movie, It was pretty good. It's not quite, I don't know if I'd call it as good as the other three, but it was a decent movie. I just watched it earlier this afternoon. I'm gonna have to rewatch it because I had distractions from my kids. But it is a good movie. I suggest going watching it. It's good. But I'm glad I got my garage all cleaned up. I got it blowed out. Um, I put my father-in-law's old banged up fridge in our garage and plugged it in. Problem is, with that fridge plugged in, um, there's not a whole lot of stuff I can plug in. My air compressor in the fridge plugged in pops the circuit breaker eventually. Not right away, but it pops the circuit breaker. I had to go flick the switch a couple of times down in the basement because there's too much power on one circuit. And the way my house is wired up is just weird between the garage and everything. I want to get it rewired so that there's more power in the garage so I can get eventually, if I decide to get into doing some welding, I would have enough power to do that. And right now I just barely have the power to run um, low end tools, but things like my air compressor and I've got a John Deere brand um, um, generator that runs off of gas or propane. It has the propane hookups if you wanted to run it off of propane. And I thought about looking in to see how much one of those gigantuous propane tanks that stands on one end, put that in the corner and have a long deal hooked up to it and have it hooked up to my um, generator and just run it off of that, because I wouldn't think that I would go through that terribly fast and could run a lot of stuff off of that generator. Problem is that generator is loud. But I use that to run my electric log splitter and my electric wood chipper off of, because both of those pop circuit breakers on my house when I use it, when I try to plug it into the house. I miss my old wood chipper, the gas powered wood chipper that finally got um, it finally just comped out. It actually was still running, but trying to change the blades out, all the little screws that connect the blades that you try to take off the blades just got stripped out, and I didn't have the tools to take all that out, and a lot of stuff was just getting busted up on it, and it was getting to the point where I used that thing for a good 5 years, and I did a lot of wood chipping constantly. I'd be out there for hours chopping down trees in my yard and running that wood chipper, and that thing was a beast. I loved that wood chipper, and I'd love to have another one. So I've got a couple more trees I want to chop down in my yard, and one in particular, it's huge in my front yard. It's about as big as round almost as the inside of the cab of this truck on the bottom. And then it's got these huge trunks jutting up, and I got to figure out how to safely chop the tops of those big trunks coming off that main trunk without damaging my house or my neighbor's house, because a couple of those are um, barely going over top of my neighbor's garage, I believe. And they're like themselves at least this big around, huge, like at least this big around, if not bigger, down at the bottom, and then going up, and so huge tree. So yeah, starting to get dark. Let's see, turn on some lights, make it a little easier to see. So I don't have much on this truck. I'm hoping to use up some of this stuff, like some of my food. Plan to have some of that ate up before I get off the truck. I got some Slim Jims on the truck. I eat the crap out of those. 25 bucks a box at Sam's. And I eat the crap out of these snack size Slim Jims. And I got 2 boxes of them. I love those things. I'll snack on those like crazy. But I'm gonna go in here in a little while and get shower and shave a little bit. And I gotta put in my vacation time on here. Oh, I better. I'm going to Janesville, Wisconsin after I get loaded in St. Louis. 684 miles. I'm supposed to be down there I'm supposed to be there at 6 o'clock tomorrow to get loaded in St. Louis. And then get unloaded at, wow, they got me unloading at 1:30 in the morning. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. That don't sound like something that has anything to do with Anheuser-Busch. That's weird. See what it is when I get there, I guess. Maybe they handle a lot of different products or something. Sounds like a farm and home. Yeah, it's a farm and fleet. So is that basically a fleet farm? Why it's backwards, I don't know. But no CB, not that I really got much use out of my CB anyway, because no one ever really talked to me anyways on the CB when I had it in here. So that's not a big loss there. And I took that other fridge out. I'm just going to use that one. All I got in there right now is drinks. And I don't have anything to keep cool in there right now. And just got the basics. Most of the stuff I have a few more things than what I really needed to bring. I've got all my safety vests, which I only needed to keep 1 or 2, but I brought like all the safety vests and a few of my safety high vis ball caps to go with it. So, but I did bring me these things, which I made. This is a leather journal that I made that I have almost completely filled. It's got my name on it. That's a journal I made for myself right there. Got the tassel there. This was a duct tape, scotch tape. It's camo duct tape, printer paper, and a bunch of scotch tape. If you look right here, bunch of scotch tape. And I did this and I designed this so the pages fold, so you actually have a lot more writing space than what you think you do. I designed this so that the pages fold out. But there's a little bit of a glitch in this. These pages will eventually wear out and start trying to rip out. But some of my artwork and symbols, see, this type of stuff I would rather be making videos on, is me doing all my artistic stuff. So I like to make journals. I've got my own code system, symbol system that I write in when I journal anymore, so no one can just read what I've written very easily. And it's kind of color coded as well, this journal. I made this just like a year ago. So this is some of the stuff I do. Some of the creative stuff I do. And I made it so that the tassel goes up underneath here, back underneath there. And then however you want to tie it up. So there's that one. And this has got a lot of my artwork and drawings in it. I made this. It is really, really thick. And I've got all kinds of things in here. So it's a bunch of drawings, sculptures that I made, paintings, pictures of paintings, very blurry, not very good quality prints out of my printer when my printer was running out of some of its ink. So I still kept them and put them in there. And then I used some like photo paper, photo quality paper for a couple of them. So there's some shiny stuff in there. There's a whole bunch of different types of paper and a whole bunch of different raft of stuff in there. So one thing I've always thought about doing is taking my machetes, some saws, bunch of different types of blades and stuff, and going out finding down trees and carving sculptures out of down trees out in the middle of the woods and stuff. I thought that would be really fun and may or may not bring dyes and stains and things like that to do some really cool artwork um, out in the middle of the woods and make some really elaborate sculptures and take pictures of them and then take the coordinates from my phone of where my location is, writing that down, and then putting that in like a journal and having all these sculptures out there out in the middle of nowhere. And be cool to like have all these hidden, you know, sculptured gems out there, different parts of the world or whatever, in the middle of the woods, not necessarily right next to where people walk on paths, but off off trail and go off trail and go, you know, carve elaborate sculptures out of down trees that are off the beaten path a little bit so that they don't it takes a while for them to get discovered. And then how much crap would I have to haul in a bag to be able to do something like that, you know? And then I could film it for my YouTube channel, and that would be really cool. I just thought that would be fun to do. But definitely ready to get off the road so I can go do all this stuff. I got all these ideas, things I got so many ideas up in this head of mine of things I want to go create and do that being on the road is keeping me from being able to accomplish. And things I want to do with the family, taking the kids on a bunch of camping trips and teaching them how to do stuff and just doing all kinds of fun stuff and have more time to travel and do things where I'm not stuck in a truck trying to do them, and actually be able to go see some of the stuff that I see signs for when you're driving a semi, that you're looking at them go, I wonder if you can get a semi anywhere near that place. But you're on a tight schedule, so you can't even check it out because you're driving a company truck. If I was become an owner operator, I could do whatever I wanted, but I have no desire to own my own truck. I kind of want to get off the truck, but trucking's the only thing that I know how to do, qualified to do, that makes any money without having to go get another education somewhere, which I would like to do. But I probably won't be on here too much longer. Been on here for almost 45 minutes, jibber jabbering away. I need to start looking at jobs and getting some applications in, making some phone calls tomorrow. I'm gonna call a couple of places and see what kind of positions are available, or maybe I'll catch a recruiter before they've even posted something and be able to lock something down before it even gets posted in something. You never know. we'll see what I'm able to find. I really don't care because if I'm working a job where I'm home all the time, it doesn't really matter what the heck I'm doing. I go report by a certain time and get done by a certain time, and whatever I gotta do in between, as long as they're not asking for too much, which um, when you've been doing over the road trucking and doing long distance and been on the go and you're used to busting butt, you know, and it seems like not as many truck drivers have a sense of urgency. It doesn't seem like as many drivers they're getting away with being slow and not giving a crap about what they're doing. Well, they're gonna have me fuel right here before I leave tomorrow, so I'll go over here, get diesel tomorrow, get my coffee and tea, and get going. Drive down to this place in Arnold. Basically, uh, uh, basically St. Louis, Missouri. Get loaded with empty cans, because that's what that place puts on your truck is empty cans. But I just find it weird that this place I'm gonna pick up at is called Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Unless I'm actually picking up beer. But no, this is a metal container corp. They don't have the product. They don't have the alcohol there. They just make the empty cans before they fill them, and you take them to the facility where they're either holding it or the place where they're gonna um, put the beer in them and then package them up and get ready to put them on a different truck and send them off somewhere. It's always funny to watch other trucks in the truck stops, because people do some of the weirdest friggin' things sometimes. The decisions that some of these drivers make sometimes. But thank God I came up to the truck today and no one had backed into it or anything like that. As far as I know, the only thing I haven't done yet is gone back to make sure that no one stole my E-straps off the back of the trailer. It's the only thing I haven't checked yet. But as far as I can tell, everything else is fine. So, it is what it is. Gonna find me a local job, get home, and start planning on doing stuff. I'll be home to be able to work on the house finally and fix my front deck and the back deck. I'm thinking about tearing that whole thing out and putting up some sort of a canopy thing, and I got all kinds of these ideas in my head. I've got this picture in my head of making a shed with a fort for my daughters on top of it, and having a wraparound porch around it with a clubhouse kind of in the center of it, with a couple of windows in the clubhouse and a door, and then a couple of regular windows in the shed. So that'd be kind of cool to design and build, but they kind of have some pre-built stuff out there that might be worth trying to look into. I'm getting tired. I think I'm gonna hop off here and go relax. Wife wants me to call her when I get off of this live feed, and then I'm gonna probably go get some sleep or something, and I'm gonna worry about a shower later. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put some of this stuff. So I'm gonna hop off here. I'm gonna catch you guys later. I'll keep you guys posted as to what I'm gonna do with myself. I have no idea exactly what job I'm taking yet. I haven't even filled out an application yet anywhere, but I will be looking for a new job where I can be home all the time. Ugh. Forgot that wasn't in the holder. But I'll catch you guys later. Appreciate you guys coming by and hanging out. Those of you catching this on the replay, be sure to smash the like button. If you haven't already subscribed, do so. And I will catch you guys later. And feel free to go check out my other channel, Jason's Creative Adventures. And for those of you with little kids at home, my daughter has a channel, Elena's Playing Adventures. I also have a third channel, which I only have like 3 videos on. It's called Jason's Realistic Survival, and I've only got 3 videos on there, if you guys want to go check that out. But my Jason's Creative Adventures has a whole raft of different stuff. There's some vacation videos on there from Great Wolf Lodge. There's videos of me doing paintings. There's videos of me doing paintings with my daughters in my garage. There's me making a leather journal. There's me making van bracers. There's all kinds of videos there. Me doing a few deadfall traps and stuff like that. And I plan on making more videos when I can do them, when I can be home more and have more time to kind of plan to do videos at the same time every week or something, or whatever. But I've got a lot of crazy harebrained ideas that I would like to have the time to actually pull from my head and make them a reality. I've been thinking of building my own light box, and I've been thinking about how I want to build that, and I've already kind of figured out most of the logistics of how I want to build it. And then and for those of you that don't know what a light box is, a light box is just a box that you put a light in, preferably a light that doesn't get hot, because when I was in high school, we built a light box out of a cardboard box, a piece of glass, and a small lamp, and that light would make the glass hot, and you'd be dang near burning yourself trying to tape down papers. You'd tape down what you're trying to trace, an image that you're trying to chase, with a blank piece of paper on top, and then trying to trace and keeping your hands off that piece of glass, because it's getting hot as all get out. You want to use like a light that doesn't get hot, like what do you call them, luminescent light, or forgetting my lights. I know what it's called, but I can't think of what it's called. But lights that don't give off heat. You want to use a light that's really bright, that doesn't give off heat, to go underneath that glass to shine light up through a lined drawing or something, so you can trace. And I want to build a box, a wooden version of it, with a big thick piece of glass with a light that doesn't get hot. Then all you have to do is turn on that light, and you can um, use masking paper to tape down stuff that you want to trace and trace it out, and then you can make all kinds of different creations by using partial pieces of other artists' work for yourself. As long as you're not selling what you're making, you're not infringing on any copyright things. You're just copying lines and you're making artwork. As long as you're not trying to sell for a profit what you're making, you don't have anything to really worry about. But you can use a light box to trace, if you wanted to trace your own artwork that you want to make additional copies of, and it's already colored and you want to do like a black and white version and make copies of it, or maybe you got something that you want to make for like, who knows, you want to trace anything. You want to keep certain parts of something that you've drawn and change things that you don't like about it. There's all kinds of things you use a light box for. That's pretty much the top thing that you use it for, is to trace images that you can make alterations. And why you're doing that could be many. So, anyway, I'm going to jump off here. I'm going to go relax, call my wife, and get back with you guys later. Maybe tomorrow night while I'm waiting to get loaded, if I wind up sitting waiting for a while. Last time I was there, we sat for a long time because they're having an air compressor issue on one of their machines. So hopefully they have alleviated that issue. It's been a good couple of weeks since I was there. So you'd think that they would have fixed that problem. So talk to you guys next time I am on. So I have no idea what my next video is going to be. I went ahead and brought my video camera. I don't think I brought my tripod. I think I left that in the wife's car. Whoops. Oh well, I'll get along without it. I don't plan on being on the truck more than a few weeks anyway. I plan on coming home on the 21st for my wife's birthday. And I'm hoping by then I will have put in notice and getting ready to start that new job. So let's see how quick. I should be able to lock down something pretty quick. I mean, getting a trucking job is easy because everybody wants to hire you, especially if you got the kind of experience I do. So, all right, bye y'all. Talk to you next live feed or whatever next edited video I do. Thanks for coming by and hanging out with me. Bye guys.